Good morning. Welcome to my kitchen slash sewing room slash Rita does everything in this room. I've got me some patterns to send out today. I've got some to Coleman, Alabama, Henderson, North Carolina, Barbara in Alabama, and Patricia in Oklahoma. And some of you guys that want the pattern, you need to get me your address. I'm going to take them up to the mailbox in a little bit. But I've got to get this. This is still early morning, and I've been tracing and drawing. This is my bolt of heating bond. And I don't know if you can see them, but I've been tracing my chickens onto that. And I'm going to show you what I do with it. And how I make these chickens. I'm going to show you some of these. Some of these I haven't stitched all the way around, but I've got some of them done. That one needs its wing stitched. That one's done. This one's done. My quilt's coming along. That one's all done. Got to put the applique stitch around that one. That one's done. I need to add some eyes to these, but that's the last step. Look how many I've got. That one. This one's done. I'm going to show you in just a minute how I kind of make them. That one's done. I was working on these yesterday. Need to take that one to the sewing machine. This one I need to go around the wing. And I think that one's done. All right, now I'm going to show you real quick, because I got to get this done so I can get back to breakfast. And what I told you yesterday, this is the pattern that I use. It's called Mother Hen, and it's out of a quilting magazine that was given to me, and it's dated 1982. And I didn't make my quilt like that. That's more than what I did. I just used this photocopy right here, and this is what I use. And I've traced around. I put it under my heating bond and traced around all the pieces. And then when I wanted to make the chicken face the other way, I turned it over and I used a marquee and made those lines. So got that side. Then I got this side, so I do it both ways. Now, I picked this pretty piece to make one right quick. It's got a few wrinkles, so we're just going to iron them out of there. Looking for my scissors, because I want them in a minute. I don't want this video to be real long. Now, when I do the heating bond, I'm going to put it on the wrong side of the fabric. Let me find some scissors. Story of my life. I lose everything. Now, I'm just going to cut these apart. And from my tracing lines, I go just a fraction of a little bit bigger. There's one of them, and I'm going to go ahead and do this one facing the other direction. I'm just going to slow down. You can... So now I've got two of them. They both face different directions. Let's make them look at each other. There. And with this blue, I'm going to lay one on there. I'm going to go find my other scissors in just a minute. Alright, my iron's hot. My big old iron here is hot, and I'm going to press that on there. And on the heating bond, if you're familiar with it, it's got the sticky side and the smooth paper side. So you'll want to put the rough side down on that. Now we're gonna let that cool, and we'll make a wing. Wonder what piece I want to go with that wing. I'm gonna trim some of that off. Now that's our little beaks and all that other part. Let's decide what color I want for that. What I want to go with that. We'll put this one on top of that. We'll make the wings this pretty red. This color. We're going to put the right side down. I don't have pretty neat stacks, so they're a little wrinkled. And I'm going to lay that down there. You can see what I'm doing. And then the other one. Same thing as before. Now let's see what we want. Let's pick another color for that other. Let's use this for our little beaks and waddles maybe. Where'd I lay them scissors? You see what I'm talking about? Here they are. I can lay things down and not find them again. Trim a little more off of it. I won't leave too much on there. And I'm saving fabric. I think this little piece was left off that other quilt I made, but I'm going to use that little block. Put it on there. Where's the... I think I'll go ahead and make this other one too. I'm trying to hurry. I don't want this to be a real long video. Now I want another color for that comb on that chicken. I think we'll take this one. And we're gonna cut these other pieces. Lay one right there. I think I've decided to go ahead and do 20 blocks and make like a king size quilt out of this. Now I've got all my pieces ironed on there. Let's get us a block. A block with nothing on it. Where'd I put them? Here we go. Now this is my block I'm going to put the chicken on. And I've got the printed side up. Where did I put them other scissors? These don't cut very good. Hold on a second. kind of hate cutting the paper with these, but these cut better. Now this is what I've got, and I'm going to trim all the way around it. You can see my little lines. I don't know how much that's showing up, but I'm going to trim that part off. Making chickens before breakfast this morning. Now, I'm going to peel that paper off in just a minute. Let's get our other... Now I'm going to cut the wing. Like I told you yesterday, these are some scrap pieces that I had bought for another quilt. And I've got the other quilts all made, and I showed it to you yesterday. But there was some pretty colors. I think this is Prairie Dreams by Kansas City Troubles. I think that's the fabric line. Now I've got that part. Let's get this one. This is the little comb on top of the chicken. Just a crash course on these. And there's that little part. This will be my little beak. My little beak. Now I've got this wattle. Is that all of it? That's all the pieces. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to peel that paper off of that. That comes off, and that's trash. And I guess you can measure, but I'm just going to eyeball it. And I cut the wrong chicken. Don't that be? I cut the wrong chicken, so now I've got to cut the other wing. And they're reversed, so you'll have to make one of each if you do them like I did them. I would make a mistake, but I'll use that other one. Just not on this chicken. Now, that's the one that goes on this one. That other one was facing the other way. And I'm going to peel this white part off here. Kind of bend it a little bit so you can kind of break it loose, and then it just comes right off, and it leaves this stuff on here that's going to stick on there. This is our little beak, and you can kind of see where he goes when you get your pattern. Right there. He's got his little comb. I'm going to stick it on there. I'm going to break the paper off. I'm going to slide him under the head just a little bit, so those edges are underneath. And what? Got this last little piece here. Get it loose. There it comes off. Kind of put it where I want it. And he looks straight enough for me because I'm not just a real perfectionist. Now I'm just going to put my iron down on them little pieces first so they don't move. And it don't take just a few seconds. I probably go over it more than what I'd have to. Want to make sure it sticks. There we go. Now I'll take it over to the sewing machine and I'll do that blanket stitch or zigzag stitch. If your machine don't have a blanket stitch, I made these and they're just zigzag. So you may want to consider that an option because I bought a new machine after I made these. This one's left over. And so it's just zigzagged. But if you have a machine that does the little applique stitch, that's just real pretty, I think. So, but you can do it. You can do it either way. But that's just the quick crash course on what I do. And I'll have these ready to put together. I'm going to get me have to go to the fabric store and get me some sashing and cornerstone fabrics if I can find some that'll match pretty. And I'll have another chicken quilt. Anyway, I hope this hasn't been too boring this morning. And I'm sending out some patterns, and this is the way I do it. And I'm no expert at anything, but I like to play around and try to do things. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.